Good morning, Jairam here. Welcome to Almost Market Morning on this Friday, the last day of the week. Uh, dust is slightly settling down on the markets after a strong reaction to the hawkish Fed minutes. Asia has somewhat recovered today, but Wall Street still felt uh, a selling pressure yesterday after Federal Reserve indicated faster rate hikes and possible cut down in balance sheet size. So stocks sold off again and bond yields were mostly higher, but right now futures show a bit of recovery. On the data side, ISM services missed expectations, coming at 62 versus 66.9 expected. This also follows slightly weaker manufacturing ISM. So there is a sense that the inflation pressures might be easing. The Friday's jobs report is crucial as non-farm payrolls are expected to have grown by 400,000 and unemployment rate to fall to 4.1%, but average earnings is expected at 0.4% versus 0.3% last month. So a record number of US small businesses said they have raised compensation in December, and nearly a third said they plan to do so in the coming months. So wage inflation will become a big factor in the coming months, although the supply chain related issues might ease once the COVID subsides, the third wave. So that's something to look forward to. On the currencies, dollar is still hovering near very crucial level of 96.24. It's moving 20 points this side and that side of that important level. Out of the blue today, some Japanese finance ministers spoke about FX stability because Japanese yen has moved quite a bit lower on the USD. So they are saying closely watching forex markets and yeah, I mean Japan is also facing some inflation pressure, so the extreme weakness in the yen could be a factor which they want to consider. On the rupee, again, 74.30 is kind of a line in the sand, which RBI has been protecting so far. The surge in cases has been ignored in almost all the countries and in India as well. But we might come to a stage when people will have to assess the impact on the economic activity because many states are imposing harsh restrictions on the activities. So far, investors have not fretted about it. There has been flows because we are into the new year and stock markets had corrected towards the end of last year. So the inflow has been significant, which so far RBI has absorbed, with Chinese yuan going above 6.39 and many Asian currencies gradually weakening against the dollar. A rupee will also catch up, but we need to give some time. We always need to give some time for rupee to base out on the lower side because it's a carry currency. I still feel 74.30 will hold on the downside. And, any break can be temporary. We'll change the view if 75 breaks. Thank you. 74 breaks. Sorry. Thanks.
Thanks, DK. So there are a couple of things which are continuously making upward momentum. The next one are basically a Brent crude oil, which is making a higher up move. Post there is some political situation in Libya and there is unrest in Kazakhstan. Brent is trading at $82.50 per barrel, and whereas WTI also reaching around 80. Now, these are the significant moves. US yields are also heading high on Fed hawkishness, and there's a continuous bond supply now for corporate. In anticipating that interest rates are going higher, they are raising money. 10-year USD yield at 1.75% and US 2-year yield is dealing at 87 basis points. This is US 2-year staying above 80 is increasing the odd of probably the rate hike might come in March itself. Reliance Industries, another large size corporate of India, they also made their presence felt in bond market on Tuesday night, and Wednesday they have got their issuance priced. They have raised $4 billion of bonds, and the demand for the bond was around $11.7 billion. The issuance was distributed, or basically was across 10, 30, and 40 years, and very attractively priced also. So 10-year had been priced 120 basis above GSEC, above USD, 30-year 160 basis above, and 40, 170 basis above. So these are the last side bond issuance done by Reliance on the, and the probably they have raised this money to refinance their other borrowings, and as a part of it for a capital expenditure also. Indian 10-year GSEC yield closed at 653. Today is an auction day. My view is that now most likely it will be closing about 655 10-year benchmark. And in line with the strong yield movement across the curve in the US, we have seen interest yields are also going higher in European and other markets also. Even UK interest rates yields have started moving higher. Due to that, gold and crypto also fell sharply yesterday. Bitcoin is dealing at $42,700 per unit, and gold as of now dealing in the support area, but it has breached 1800, now dealing at 1792.93. Yeah, that's all from me. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend.